Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome to Dark Souls 2, Let's Talk Lore, Episode 6. It's 3 in the morning at the time that I am recording this, so I apologize if my commentary is incoherent. But, yeah, I'm gonna be busy next couple of days, so I wanted to make sure that I recorded an episode before becoming busy. As Bloodborne is being released in, I believe, 17 days now at the time of recording. And so I figured if I'm going to finish this series, I need to try and release... I've got a human effigy over here. Man! I'm going to try and release at least one per day, one episode of this playthrough per day, until Bloodborne comes out. So I realized there are a couple items whose item descriptions I really should have read. The first being Human Effigy. A warm, soft, shadow-like effigy. Use this item to reverse hollowing. It also weakens the link to other worlds, preventing invasions and most cooperation. Peer closely at an effigy, and one begins to perceive a human form, but whose form it takes depends on the person looking. So further to my point about Lucatiel, I believe either in the last episode or the episode prior, about people saying that she should just use a human effigy and that would cure her hollowing. But those people are ignoring the difference between capital H hollowing and lowercase hollowing, which I've already explained. But also that when she looked at that human effigy, there's no guarantee that she would have seen herself. Maybe the human effigy takes the form of the chosen undead only, and maybe that would indicate that Lucatiel is not the chosen undead. I don't know, but it's more complicated than simply using the item to reverse capital H hollowing. The other items whose descriptions we haven't looked at are those of my armor set, which helmet made of Braden steel provides sturdy defense, making it an old-time favorite of elite knights. Braden steel is used widely in Dragon Lake. This fine alloy is made from ores mined in the Southern Kingdom. Interesting. I wonder if the rest of the set... Whoops, sorry, I shouldn't have my cell phone signal on. Or, cell phone ringer. No, yeah, so no hints at Astora or anything in the armor set, which I assume there might be. Kind of disappointed to find that that is not the case, but... Either way, let's take care of this undead jailer. And, yeah, this is another part. I will try to explore a little bit more of it, but I really don't like the... I can't remember what they're called, the Aldean citizens? The guys who explode. I tend to refer to them only as explodey pricks, because they're pricks and they explode. But yeah, usually aggro the first one here, when you open the gate. There they are. Hello. Bye. And then I'm also playing with no sound, as I've mentioned in the previous episode. So if one of them sneaks up on me, that's... Oh, I missed that. That's good. Oh. Thankfully these ones don't do much damage, and they don't break your equipment like the ones in the Dragon Eyrie. There's gonna be a bunch of them popping out here. Fellas, I have to save your time. Guy up there as well. They drop luring skulls. Yeah. Hey, fella. What you doing? Is it gonna explode? No. Okay. So again, Lost Bastille, the place where undead were rounded up, and brought. Yeah, essentially it's essentially a giant concentration camp when you think about it. I don't really understand the significance of these really strange things. I do know that if you cast a chameleon spell or use a silver talisman, you can actually turn into one of those things, which is hilarious. But we are going to... I don't remember fully where the illusory walls are here, but there's one. Thank you for that message. Try to lock on and then secret, sure. The second one, there it is. We are gonna go get my shield. I say my shield because it's the one that I usually use for this build. I'm gonna fuck up this jump, I know it. There we go. Flame Butterfly and a Torch. Not worth the jump at all. Although, in fact, it was worth the jump because I needed to make that jump anyway. Don't particularly enjoy this part. And the reason why I use this shield is that it looks to me like the closest shield to the either the Crest Shield or the Dragon Crest Shield, which of course the shields of Astora Knights. It's the Golden Winged Shield. It's the soul of a brave warrior, so the brave warrior who was once wielding this shield. A blue shield with a gold relief of wings, likely a symbol of guardianship used by Knights of the Blue. Contains materials enchanted by magic, allowing spells to be deflected by parrying. So there's a loose connection with Astora there. Astora being the homeland of, you know, someone like Solaire. And yeah, well, that's perhaps reaching. But, so we're over essentially at the, Stans McDuff bonfire. Could have done a plunging attack on that guy, but we are going for... we won't be able to unlock Strayed just yet. I don't think we'll be able to talk to him because we haven't met the requirements. But again, there will be some episodes where I don't necessarily progress, but I tie together loose ends. And that would be one significant loose end. I really should have grabbed that bonfire, because it looks like I can't get back up there. Alright. That was not terribly smart of me. I trapped myself, so I'm going to use a Homeward Bone. Okay, my apologies for the lackluster start, the lackluster first 7 minutes. I'm fat rolling now with this shield. So maybe before I pop that on, keep that for now until I can level up my vitality a little bit more. Where's my vitality at? 8? No, it's at 10. Okay, so I need either the second Dragon Ring or the first, or perhaps the Royal Soldier Ring? Yes. Yeah, let's put that on. The Life Ring, just the base version, doesn't really give you all that much additional HP, so... actually, I should have the binoculars equipped, seeing as this is a lore-centric playthrough, and yeah, with the Royal Soldier Ring, the base level one, gives us enough equip burden to be, or equip load to be able to handle that. Actually, let's go the other way this time. I already took the kind of shortcut way. Of course, that means we'll be running into more Aldine citizens, but I believe first one. I usually go this way, actually. Because they're very much there you are. Hello. What I do like, though, tight spot ahead, sure. What I do like is this skeleton here. Alright. Sorry, I just have to... This is an important message to convey here. There is a skeleton ahead. Very nice, okay. Sorry, skeleton. Sorry for disturbing you. I don't really understand that. I guess that's, yeah, just... to indicate that bad stuff has happened at this festival. Dark Scroll. So again, more implicit storytelling going on. That is, I think, very good early game. Not great later in the game. But certainly the DLC is a step above the base game as well. Very good storytelling. But we'll get to that when we actually get to the DLC. So, as I mentioned, we are not going to go and try to unpetrify Strayed. Or I'm not sure if I have mentioned that. But, yeah, do not yet have a Fragrant Branch of Yore. But... okay, before I make that jump, I'm gonna get the next bonfire. So there's a bonfire setting down there, which we can use to get more Titanite chunks to upgrade our longsword, because we currently have it at +8. So we need 2 Titanite chunks to get it, no, actually we just need 3 to get it +8 or +9, and then we already have a slab that we picked up earlier in the game, so we can get the +10 right away. Bring our attack rating closer to 300. So this part is my favorite, because there are those 3 royal swordsmen up there. They're like ninjas. They just like... I'm terrible at parrying these guys, so I'm not gonna try. Can parry their, and this is generally true for most enemies in the game, can parry their horizontal attacks, but their overhead attacks are ridiculous. And it's very hard to actually get the timing down. So you'll notice, since we haven't killed the bell gargoyles, there's a bell gargoyle. Quite angry, expressing its anger. And in a very elegant way, I will say. Swooping away. Yes, 3 AM commentary. I apologize for its incoherence, but we are going to... yeah, let's go grab the bonfire setting. Because we're going to need to sit at the bonfire anyway to replenish our durability, which is only at about 60%. Haven't used much Estus, which is good, but I only have, in terms of repair powders, just 1 repair powder, so I don't want to use that. Oops, what am I doing? Let's go this way. And you can see the shiny right down there. There we go. Do I want to... yeah. Just backstep. And voila. Okay, we got a twinkling titan. We got a wilted dust curb and a bonfire setting, most important. But now we're going to warp back to the bonfire. I really hate that these guys spawn right next to you at the bonfire. It is really quite annoying. But we are going to just zip by them. Say hello to these fellers. Got another human effigy over here. Out of stamina. Their bolts are like magnets. At least they have magnets on them. Common fruit. Oh, royal swordsman bugs. I will take it. Although I'm not actually going to wear it, it's of no use to me, but... there are some lacerating throwing knives if you just step off here. And that summon sign belongs to our good friend, Lucatiel of Mira. So we are going to summon her. And I'm going to pay my respects to my favorite NPC. So, we are in the Sinner's Rise now. And this is a pretty creepy place. I don't fully know what to make of it, but certainly it would appear that the lost sinner is in seclusion, whether it was of her own will or not, but being punished for attempting to recreate, not rewrite, and I hear that sometimes as well. People say that the Witch of Izalith tried to rewrite the first one. Not that she was trying to rewrite it, it's that she was trying to recreate it. but instead it created abominations. But we know that some of the enemies down here were created by Aldea, and not by the Chaos in any way. So I'm not really sure how to square that circle, as it were. I really do not enjoy fighting these enemies. But it is good to know that you can backstab. Oh, and the aggro is sent. Oh, and an Aldean citizen. I didn't see him. There is an illusory wall at my back on the other side. I don't believe there's anything of value over there. We of course picked up a Sublime Bone Dust, or at least I hope we did, yes. From that... I can't recall the name of those enemies, but I believe those are Aldea's attempts at creating a dragon. They're the result of those experiments, or those attempts at recreating a dragon. So of course when we hit the switch here, and we don't have the key because we haven't defeated the gargoyles yet. We will go defeat the gargoyles, but I find it... Ooh, that was not good. I find it more challenging and a more fun boss fight if you don't light up the stanchions on either side. Doesn't make it easier getting through that area with all those explode pricks, though. There's going to be a Radiant Life Gem here. Always use that. And did Lucatiel just fall off? Because she often falls off here. Oh, we have a Gaming for Life 78. Are you a caster? No. Yes, you are. You have... Is that a longsword? Alright, let's get a guest appearance here on the Let's Talk Lore playthrough. Because it looks like Lucatiel might not make it through the whole fight. Unless there's another source, another distraction for the Lost Sinner. Because we're not doing all that much damage just yet. We're just under... whenever I play Dark Souls 1, I very much miss the war cry. Hello. There you are. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this, crew. Off my weapon with dark. So if you have played Dark Souls 1, you should be familiar with this maggot here. That is the same parasite, at least it's heavily implied. It's the same parasite who was controlling, or was the heart, or the nervous system of the Bed of Chaos in Dark Souls 1. This fight reminds me very much of the Artorias fight. Not quite as cool, but she's very quick. That's part of the tactic. Whoa. Yeah, someone's not doing much damage with those soul arrows. Might have been better off not, well, or health after all, but thankfully it's not New Game Plus, so we don't have to deal with the Pyromancers that's walking. I really hope I have the music on, because I did mute the music at one point. If I did turn it off, I will overlay the Lost Sinner theme on top of it. In which case, I probably shouldn't have mentioned anything, because you wouldn't be able to sing. Again, 3 AM commentary. Okay, so it turns out our summon was pretty helpful, and we gotta save Lucatiel before she's a goner here. First Lucatiel at like, or first Pate at like 1 HP, and then Lucatiel at 1. kind of you to help out. Undead in somewhat need. Not very expressive, though. No gesture of any kind. Okay. Well, sometimes you get hurt by members of the community, you know? So this is very interesting in that in Dark Souls 1, when you beat, I guess the equivalent of the Four Lords, so you picked up a fragrant branch of yore and an Elizabeth mushroom. There was, like, the bonfires after the Four Lords were no different than any other bonfire. Whereas this bonfire, you can see clearly that the sword is broken. It's a primal bonfire. Same kind of bone design, it looks like, of the bones from any other bonfire, any other regular bonfire. But, yeah, it's different, and it's special in a way that the bonfires weren't in Dark Souls 1. Alright, we're going to spend some souls while I think about, and we're possibly going to get some, actually we should get some more dialogue. And we're going to spend souls before we think about where it is that we're going to be going next.
You have acquired the soul of an old one. That is more than most undead can say.
Okay. Let's see if we can get our agility up to 105. Yep. Get an additional iframe. And then, what else do we want? One more bigger endurance. 13. Oh, see if she has any dialogue. And I need to burn the blind bone.
Seek less this land. Those who come to Drang Lake seeking salvation, it happens to them all.
Okay,
that,
no new dialogue from her.
Perhaps he is a...
So we're just going to leave that. Let's go see if we have some new dialogue from Sweet Shakwar. Let's see if we can talk to her through the wall first. Yes! It works! So this is what I mentioned, I think, in the first episode. That there was someone who posted on Reddit that sometimes this merchant, and that he meant this person who was in the fetal position and long dead, was the merchant.
Oh. Who are you again? No, I'm not serious. You do have a rather pleasant scent. The type I'm quite fond of.
So again, I've mentioned this in previous time we talked to her, that she talks about your smell, and she could be talking about that she likes the smell of hollowing, or that she likes the smell of someone who has lots of souls. But, yeah.
This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Are you going to see the old ones, though?
Okay.
Imagine, yes, for you.
No, new dialogue
that's
from her.
dismaying.
Okay, so, we do have a fragrant branch of yore. Which means I think we should go to... Let's go to the Shaded Woods. Say hello to another new NPC. Two new NPCs, in fact. This is the spot where I filmed a fair bit of footage for my cinematic lore videos. First one with Luca Till. This is the spot where she does like the transformation from a peasant into, you know, an elite knight. as well as the spot where I had her trying to cut down a tree with an axe.
Have you business with me? The way under is all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now.
I like that he actually believes that it's a statue, and that he doesn't quite get that, yeah, that Rosabeth is petrified.
See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you?
Alright. 3 life gems and 3 homered bones. I don't know much lore-wise about these guys. But clearly they do not look well. Their stomachs are distended. And I can only presume that because we're going in the direction of the Shaded Woods, which is a very close proximity to not only Castle Drangleic, but also Aldea's Keep, that these guys were somehow experimented on, or the products of an Aldean experiment, or an experiment to try and get rid of the curse. I could be completely wrong about that, but that's what I suspect is the case. I don't like playing dress up with this woman, but actually we got a nice set for her. Never mind. Yes, yes.
I've been
Petrified, hard to speak. I don't like the idea of the player having to clothe her before she moves back to Majula. It's strange. But yeah.
I'm fine. I think. No. I'm fine. Really, I am. My name is Rosabeth. Thank you so much for rescuing me. Oh. You're that traveler. I still haven't thanked you. Well, I'm quite a hand at pyromancy. So perhaps you could consider this my thanks.
Okay, so the word "so" after saying "I'm quite the hand at pyromancy" would imply that the item she gives you would have something to do with pyromancy, but instead she gives you a single prism stone. That's it. Slightly warm rock emits beautiful phasing aura of 7 colors with a very rare 8th. I never knew that. The prism stone does nothing special, but sure, it's the lifeblood of fight clubs in this game. There's your prism stone. This has nothing to do with pyromancy.
I was attacked and turned to stone, I think. I owe you my life. If you had not come... Oh, I feel shameful wearing these rags.
So of course she was petrified by the enemy that's behind this door here.
But do you...
Yes, I will give you clothes. She says, put it on the ground, but you're actually just supposed to give it to her. So yeah, I haven't read the description for this. The hunting goddess Evlana was no goddess at all, but rather a brave and highly skilled bow huntress. Long after her demise, the passing of lore transformed her into a deity. And of course, this is the Ferris's hat from Dark Souls 1. That's worn by, not necessarily Ferris, but the character who wears it is a member of the Forest Covenant. in Dark Souls 1. The Forest Hunters, that is. Which is the equivalent, essentially, of the Bell Bros in this game. Okay, so we'll give her that set. She has nothing that we need or want. Especially, like, these rings, the base level versions are not worth wearing. At least in my opinion.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy. After I change into this, I'm heading for Majula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord. But perhaps Majula is my best chance.
So her lord is, of course, Carillion of the Fold. But we'll deal with that when we actually tie up loose ends and get Carillion to move back to Majula himself. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, I should probably... This is another problem with not having sound. Sometimes things you take for granted that the game has, you know, sound design that works in such a way where, yeah, you really need it to be able to survive in some cases. I'm probably taking out one here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I completely just spaced out there for a second. Didn't realize that, yeah, that wasn't a smart thing to do. As you can tell, I am rather tired. So I apologize if the quality of this episode is significantly below that of the previous ones. But it would also give you guys a chance to see, or to experience the tired me a little bit less inhibited, I guess. So we're going to pick up another Estus Flash Shard. Then we are going to make our way to the Ruined Fork Road. There's an item, I believe, in one of these rooms. I don't think it's worth it. I can't remember exactly what it is, though. You can jump across, though. So yeah, 17 days until Bloodborne. I'm so hyped for Bloodborne. The only reason I bought a PlayStation 4. So this is kind of a troll here. Not so much a troll as it is just a way of teaching players that, yeah, if you see a shiny, it's in a precarious spot. You see, the guy with the extended stomach was basically like eating this guy, was consuming him in a way. And then you pick up the item, and it's a fading soul, which is, yeah, the lowest. I think it's 25 souls it gives you. 50 souls, which is basically nothing. And yeah, so in a way, it's FromSoft just saying, yeah, sometimes if it's too good to be true, probably is, but also just to pay attention to your surroundings. Also showing just how item placement is such an effective tool for implicit storytelling. And so we're at about 30 minutes now, so before we delve into the Ruined Fork Road, we got a couple things to do here, but we'll do that starting in the next episode. We got these guys just hanging out over there. Hey fella, you want to come say goodnight to everyone? No? Going home? Okay. But yeah, this has been a very tired Aegon of Astora. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next one.